श्रमयेव जयते सुखप्राप्तिविषये च श्रमयेव जयते श्रमयेव जयते श्रमयेव जयते श्रमयेव जयते श्रमयेव जयते
which means a guest is equivalent to God. It reminds us that showing respect, warmth and gratitude to our guests is not just a tradition but a sacred duty. I now request the Principal of College, Professor Ramachandra Bhatt, to welcome the gathering.
Dignitaries on the dais, my fellow teachers and dearest students, good morning everybody. We're all a part of Navratri celebrations today. Navratri celebrations named Navashakti. When I need to speak of an occasion like this, well, there are a few words that are often and widely used. One among them is change. Change has always been there, ever since perhaps began with the evolution, could be right. It has always been there. Change in food habits, change in dress, change in language, so on and so forth. Along with, however, in the last few decades, along with these changes, we could also see attempts to visit the past, to reconstruct the past in the light of the present. So what I mean is there is a dialogical relationship between the present and the past. In other words, we can say, in place of the present and past, I can say tradition and modernity. I wouldn't speak much about the significance of the occasion because we have with us of our institution, Dr. Usha Prabha Naik, it is his idea. She has conceived the idea of Navashakti. She will elaborate on that. On this great occasion, we have come to the present, an age of equality, an age of gender equality, and on such an occasion of Navaratri celebrations, very rightly we have with us an eminent personality, that is Dr. Supriya Hegde Arur. As Dr. Supriya Hegde Arur is a professor and the head of the Department of Psychiatry at Father Muller Medical College, Mangalore. She is a very good teacher, a researcher with the deep insights, and as such she has presented many papers in various conferences, regional, national and international levels. She has published her papers in elite professional journals too. Importantly, she is a committed practitioner of psychiatrist, a very well known. She has been named the best psychiatrist twice and best psychiatrist in Karnataka twice. Madam, it's an honor to have you here as the chief guest on this occasion. A hearty welcome to you, madam. In English, there is a part of speech called preposition. Right? We need to use it carefully. There are two architects on the dais. Right? One is the architect of the institution, a man who has designed and built this famed institution, the architect of our institution, that is the respected chairperson of our institution, Professor Narendra L. Naik. Sir, it's my privilege to welcome you to this. I said earlier, the idea of Navashakti is conceived by Dr. Usha Prabha Madam, our chairperson. So she will speak to you about the significance of the occasion. Madam, it's my pleasure to welcome you to this gathering. We have with us on the dais the young, dynamic Director of Information and Technology in our institution, Mr. Ankush Naik. Sir, it's my privilege to welcome you. I said there are two architects amidst us. So the second one is the architect at our institution. The preposition is at, not of. Right. She is an architect by profession. So it's my pleasure to welcome you to this function, madam. All my fellow teachers and dearest students who have come here to make this function a grand success. Thank you, everybody.
And a warm welcome to you too, sir. As we begin this auspicious Navaratri celebration, we come to a very sacred moment, the lighting of the lamp. This lamp is not just a source of light. It is a symbol of the 9 forms of Goddess Durga, each representing the divine power, wisdom and protection. With each flame kindled, we invoke the blessings of Shailaputri, Brahmacharini, Chandraghanta, Kushmanda, Skandamata, Katyayini, Kalaratri, Mahagauri and Siddhidatri. I now invite our chief guest, Dr. Supriya Hegde, who has been associated with experts since 2008. Ramya of Kannada Department. Rashmi H. Ma'am, HOD of Biology Department. Vidya Mohan Prabhu Ma'am, Department of Biology. Rajini Ma'am, Department of Biology. Ashwini Pai Ma'am, Department of Hindi. And Soumya Bhatt Ma'am, Technical Coordinator, to kindly join in lighting the ceremonial lamp.
ಬೆಳಗೋಣ ಬೆಳಗೋಣ ಸ್ವರ್ಣವರ್ಣದ ದೀಪ ಬೆಳಗೋಣ ಬೆಳಗೋಣ ಸ್ವರ್ಣವರ್ಣದ ದೀಪ ಜ್ಞಾನ ದೇಗುಲದ ಜೀವಾತ್ಮ ದೀಪ ಜೀವಾತ್ಮ ದೀಪ ದೀಪ ಗುರು ಶಿಷ್ಯರ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸದ ದೀಪ ಭಕ್ತಿ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಒಲುಮೆಯ ದೀಪ ಗುರು ಶಿಷ್ಯರ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸದ ದೀಪ ಸರ್ವಗುಣ ಸಂಪನ್ನ ದೀಪ ಶ್ರಮವೇ ಕೈಲಾಸವೆನ್ನುವ ಸಮೃದ್ಧಿಯ ದ್ಯೋತಕ ದೀಪ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪರ್ಟ್ ಎಂಬ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಪ್ರಭೆಯ ದೀಪ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಪ್ರಭೆಯ ದೀಪ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಪ್ರಭೆಯ ದೀಪ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಪ್ರಭೆಯ ದೀಪ ಬೆಳಗೋಣ ಬೆಳಗೋಣ ಸ್ವರ್ಣವರ್ಣದ ದೀಪ ಸ್ವರ್ಣವರ್ಣದ ದೀಪ ಜ್ಞಾನ ದೇಗುಲದ ಜೀವಾತ್ಮ ದೀಪ ಜೀವಾತ್ಮ ದೀಪ
Our hearts and minds, driving away darkness and filling our lives with positivity and divine grace. Grains have always been regarded as a symbol of prosperity and abundance. Traditionally, the sacred ceremonial pot embodies this measure of well-being. By filling it with rice, we invoke blessings for a life filled with happiness, peace, prosperity, health, and hope for all. On this auspicious occasion, I warmly invite all the dignitaries to come forward to inaugurate the Navashakti program by performing the ritual. Are pillars of every institution. We are fortunate to have such a guiding light in our respected chairperson, Dr. Usha Prabha N. Nayak, who has always motivated us towards excellence. With great pleasure, I now invite our chairperson to address the gathering.
Happy Navashakti to all of you students. So you can see a beautiful woman on the stage, Dr. Supriya Hegde, who is very, very close to my heart. I don't know what to call her, my friend, my sister, or my well-wisher, okay? Only thing in one word, she's my sweetheart. Boys looking at her, don't think she's very young. She has 19-year-old daughter. See. Boys are disappointed or very happy? Yeah, very happy. Her daughter is also as beautiful as her, and she is doing medical. Her daughter is doing medical. So, because our professional introduction principal did, so I thought, like, what is my relation with her? I wanted to make it clear. So she's here not just because of her professional achievement, she as a human being, she as a wonderful woman who can stand for others' pain. That is what Dr. Supriya Hegde is. So I wanted to, I wanted you to see a goddess in her. So when we were talking about who will be the chief guest, I said first, I close my eyes if I want to decide something. And the first face which came is this beautiful face. And when I called her, she said, oh, definitely, I am very happy. And she is here. Anyways, principal gave me the big responsibility of talking about Navashakti. Because, of course, Navashakti is curated for you all, where we light 9 diyas instead of one single deepa, and 9 ladies in 9 colors, they will come and light it. One objective of this is introducing you or recognizing even those people who are working behind the screen for your betterment. Last year even we have called one typist also from the admin block, because she is working since the inception of Expert. You may not be knowing because you celebrate Teachers' Day. You celebrate, you see, you say thank you to them, everyone. But this is the day where you recognize even those other people who are working behind the screen for you and for your future. So that is how I called Ms. Sarita also here, who is working since 14 years in the admin block, okay, taking care of admission. So you may not be aware of that those people exist. So what is this? That means celebration. I consider Navaratri as celebration of that weak point. It is the weakest section which is, where not recognized. Probably Navaratri is depicting that only. Why otherwise it is for Durga, Ma Durga is shown as a female. Never in the olden days, where female are worshipped or nothing other than the goddess in society, such things were not there. But even then the goddess is shown as a female version. This is not about women empowerment. I want to make it very clear. This is not at all about women empowerment. This is not Women's Day. This is about that weakest part of each one of us, okay, which is a feminine part. Because boys, like many of you must have undergone, like say, when you are like small kids, when you cry, or if you are feeling shy, people do that. Yen nin hudugiya allike. How many of you heard this? Be honest. All boys will cry. See, remember, no children will grow up without crying. If someone says that no, my child never cried, it's a big lie. Because when you are born, first what you do is you cry only. No child will laugh and come out. So, from childhood, if a boy is crying, it is told and like ಏನು ಹುಡುಗಿಯ ನೀನು ನಾಚ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಏನು ನಾಚಿಕೆ ಹುಡುಗಿಯಾಗಿ ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀಯಾ. That means the weaker portion of a human being is depicted as a female version, feminine version. If you cry, that means only girls can cry. So girls are very weak. So this is for both. Just to understand, if you feel that you are weak, that weakness, see how it is Skanda Mata, Shailaputri, she is shown as a mother, she is shown as a very weak daughter, because that is what they say, daughters are dependent on father. Okay? Mata when you show, that means she is dependent on husband. But at the end, even the asuras, okay, whether it is a Mahishasura, Chandamunda or any kind of asuras, they underestimated one feminine strength, thinking that it's a female which is weak. Your understanding, it is just about the weakness. Thinking that, okay, this is the weakest portion, which is the weakest part of the society, nothing can happen to me. So how boys and girls can relate? Number one, for girls, it's okay to be weak. Everybody is weak at one or the other moment. But there is one part of your life where hidden, that is the power, which is there for everyone. That is what you need to recognize. Not just recognizing, using it at the right time. It can be to kill your own inner asura, because asuras are not, it is not about, again, all the asuras except for Putani shown as a male. Why only Putani is shown as a female? Because it's for the small kid. So that's even female is enough. Again, seen that a kid as a very weak thing. You understand? So all about this weakness versus strength. So this asura can be your own asura which is within you, or something which is outside in the society. So though you are weak, you can gather the strength, you can do the self-realization, and you can use it at the right time, at the right place. If Goddess Durga so can do it, then why not me? How am I different? How am I different? This is the thinking which is for girls. And for boys, never ever underestimate any kind of weakness, something as weak. This when you underestimate, that can be the weakest link of your strong chain. Hope you are understanding this. Even something, you are a wonderful boy, okay? I'm just very honest son, I'm doing everything. But there is something which is hidden inside you. Usually with the boys, you hide lots of things. You hide who you are. Think about this, yes or no? You usually live for the sake of the peer group. So many boys come and speak to me. Yesterday also in Valachil, one boy came. He was telling, ma'am, only with you I will share. Don't tell anybody. I'm not going to tell also. But what is the pressure that boys have? How much to hide? You need to hide many things. And that when you hide, okay, that can be the weakest feminine part. You want to cry, you cannot cry because what others will think. You want to be childish, but you can't be childish because you are a macho man. Or probably you must be thinking, what, they are girls. How much they can do well in exam? We are born intelligent. We have better capacity to analyze. But sometimes don't, Hare and the tortoise story, last time also I've told this. Somebody can just go forward. Probably Mahishasura thought that a female version of, a human version, female, probably what she can do? I am so strong. So the weakest link can kill you. That's why treat everybody, okay, as strong as you, or maybe they are stronger than you. Understand the goddess inside every person, whether it is a male or female. Just like hormones, all will have female hormone and male hormones. God or goddess, everyone is inside you. It is you. It's a Atma. So always take care of your negative things, okay? Shape it, strengthen your positive, and try to minimize the difference so that one day you yourself will feel the power of Durga, whether you are a male or female. This is what I just think about. Today morning when I was thinking, what is the, because theories keep changing. I'm not telling this is the actual theory. This is my version of worshipping a goddess or celebrating Navashakti. So thank you one and all. Have a wonderful year. May God bless you. Okay? And let next Navratri you celebrate with more joy, because you will be 1 year stronger and you will be more knowledgeous in all the subjects. You will grow elder. Okay? You will be called as seniors. So have a wonderful year. God bless you. We all love you.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your vision and enlightening us with your insights on Navashakti. It is a profound honor to felicitate our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Supriya Hegde Arur, HOD of Psychiatry, Father Muller Medical College, Mangaluru. Your presence today graces this occasion and serves as a beacon of excellence, dedication, and service. We are privileged to have you with us and deeply value your support and encouragement. I request our chairman and vice chairperson to do the honors. I also call upon Shweta ma'am, Department of English, to read out the citation. I also request other dignitaries to join them.
Dr. Supriya Hegde Arur, presently the head of the Department of Psychiatry, Father Muller Medical College, Mangalore, is a brilliant academician and conscious practitioner of psychiatry. Dr. Hegde graduated in medicine from Kasturba Medical College, Mangalore. Thereafter, in a post-graduation, she secured gold medal. In addition, the research papers she presented at regional, national, and international conferences and published in elite journals reflect her academic splendor. Besides, as a practitioner, Dr. Hegde has been known for unwavering commitment to her professional ideals. In recognition, awards and accolades followed her all the way. Psychiatry also connects her with larger society. The series of lectures she delivered in schools, colleges, and corporate houses show her professional outreach. Most importantly, her areas of interest and a dedication to child, adolescent, and women's mental health and stress management go a long way in the service of humanity. Expert PU College is proud to honor this person of distinction and accomplishment on the occasion of Navashakti celebrations. Thank you.
Dr. Supriya Hegde Arur, who has honored us as the chief guest.
Wishing you all a very happy Navratri. So I am a huge fan of Expert. So when I am here as a chief guest, I am doubly honored, because the way I look at your institute, I look at it as a place where everybody is trying to get in. I had put the status that I am being invited here as chief guest, and then within a matter of few hours, I already had 2 inquiries. One from a psychiatrist in Nimhans, whose daughter is trying for Expert, so for next year, and he said, will you put in a word? And one, my own clinical psychologist in the clinic said that my daughter is trying for Expert, ma'am, and please speak to Usha ma'am about it. So this is the impact of your institute on others. So I consider that all of you are really fortunate to be a part of this institute, which is going to definitely shape your future. So congratulations to all of you. I'm very thankful to the management committee for inviting me here. Dr. Usha and me, we are mutual admirers of each other. So whenever I get a mic, when I'm around with her, I have to speak some qualities about her which I really want to imbibe. As you can see, she is a very powerful and empowered woman, you know, the one who speaks her mind. But in her heart, she is a softie. She's a very sensitive person. And she wants the best for everybody, be it her family, be it her students. And when she talks about her students, she talks about them with a lot of empathy. So even though she may come off as a dictator or somebody who wants the rules and regulations to be followed, trust me, when you get older, you will remember her very fondly as one of the teachers who shaped you. So, ma'am, I'm sure when they grow up, they will remember you and Dr. Narendra Naik very fondly. And she shaped her kids. I think Deepika is also her kid. She doesn't call her daughter-in-law, she calls her a daughter. And Ankush as well. So, Navashakti, when ma'am spoke about the 9 diyas and how each diya symbolizes a goddess, do you people know today's day, that is the 4th day of Navratri, is for which goddess? It's goddess Kushmanda. So I was reading various versions of today's story. So one version says that goddess Kushmanda symbolizes divine energy, the energy that drives the sun, Surya God. So this energy has the capacity to dissipate darkness. So this darkness, can that be of uncertainty? It can be of, doubt. It can be of lack of confidence. It can be this what will happen in my future. So this power is something which I want you to incite within you and encourage yourself to come out of whatever negativities that you have. Today we are in a time of gender equality, and people talk about women empowerment. A time may come when we may have to talk about men empowerment, because women will become too empowered. So it has to be a balance. So the boys are clapping hard. So it has to be a balance between both. And, and you have to work together to be able to succeed. So in the end, what I would like to say is, today's day of Navratri is not to pray to the Durga outside, but to strengthen the Durga within. So with this, I thank all of you for inviting me here. I wish all the children at Expert do extremely well and all your dreams come true.
Thank you, ma'am, for your inspiring and thoughtful words. Every leadership and vision. Today, we are honored to have with us our respected chairman, Professor Narendra L. Naik, whose dedication and guidance have always been a source of strength for this institution. It is a privilege to invite our chairman to kindly address the gathering.
Today's chief guest, Dr. Supriya Hegde, dignitaries on the dais, colleague teachers, all the members of staff at Expert, and my dear students and media friends. Good morning, everybody. One of the important celebrations what we conduct every year is Navashakti. Just wanted to tell 2 words about it. How many students, everybody is trying for the best, correct? How many of you want to become extraordinary? Just raise your hand. How many of you want to become extraordinary in life? Okay. See, there are only two categories, extraordinary or ordinary. Either you have to raise your hand for extraordinary or ordinary. Okay. How many of you want to remain as ordinary? So, everybody wants to become extraordinary, correct? Now, analyze. These are the days where we are going to seriously rethink about what are all those negativity, what are all those drawbacks which pull you back in becoming extraordinary. You may have to redefine those evils within us. Say maybe the wasting time where you are not supposed to, and there are certain rules and regulations of the system which you are supposed to follow. If you don't follow, and you are very truthful to your parents, sometimes you are not. These are all negativities. And the teacher says you have to do the homework systematically and you are going to prepare well for the exam. These are all different aspects at this level. You think on that. How many of you feel that yes, we have certain drawbacks which pulls us back in becoming the best? How many of you feel that? Yes, very good. Say, now what you have got to do is you have to identify 9 such drawbacks in the descending order and address each and everything. You are the best manager of your time and you are the best psychiatrist for yourself. That you manage, otherwise you may have to consult. But these are all the days where you have got to really think that these are all the drawbacks I have which pull us back in becoming the best, and address each and everything and get rid of all such negativities and try to become the best and prove your stuff and put your fullest effort and become the best, and that's what the need of the hour. In that way you can become extraordinary. During this particular Navaratri occasion, Navashakti celebration, I wish you all the best, and keep it in mind and think seriously about you. I am not talking about thinking about somebody else, about you. Identify your drawbacks and address each and everything and get rid of those one by one and prove your level best. Thank you very much. God bless you.
On this auspicious occasion of Navashakti celebration, I, Bhuvaneswari Shetty, HOD of the Chemistry Department and Program Director, deem it my privilege to propose of our college. I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to our occasion with the presence and enlightening us to celebrate the festival with more life, color and emotion. Thank the backbone of this esteemed institution, our visionary chairman, Professor Narendra Naik, for his constant support and guidance. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. I am grateful to our IT Director, Mr. Ankush N. Naik, and Architect, Mrs. Deepika A. Naik, for their valuable inputs and suggestions in organizing this event. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. And coordination of this event. Thank you, sir. We are grateful to all our staff members who are smooth functioning of this event. Thank you. Team for adding more color and charm to this event. I extend my gratitude to all support staff, service providers, and media persons. We are honored by celebration. This wonderful celebration, hope that this festival brings happiness, peace, and prosperity to all of us. Once again, I thank each one of you for being part of this celebration. Thank you, one and all.
Namaste. Hey Joe. Vanakkam. Namaskar. most waited
and most energetic event of the year, Navashaka 2025.
today. The air is full of excitement, the beats full of energy.
To dance to the rhythm of celebration.
All right, everyone, get ready to turn your eyes to the ramp because it's time
For Expo.
Now it's time to pay our attention to a group of young, remarkable men
Let's welcome our sharp-dressed boys.
donning the traditional garments, drenched in tradition, exploring the vibrancy of Indian culture. Kindly note that our panel of judges includes our distinguished PC ma'am, which was ma'am.
And Rachna ma'am.
I kindly ask Soumya ma'am to escort them. huge round of applause for this phenomenal young man.
Hey, we are not done yet. Ladies and gentlemen,
Boys and girls. Now our girls are ready on the ramp. Watch out for those graceful twists, confident strides and their sparkling smile.
because it's not just a walk, it's a celebration of culture and creativity. Girls, it's showtime! Coming. Contestant number 2.